We're out on the river today to do some diving for prehistoric treasures in that dark, scary water right there. I have with me Bree and my buddy Ed, and it's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna be showing you guys along the way exactly what the things we're finding are. So we got a bit of a boat ride first. Let's get to it. We're about to park right there because we are at the spot. It's almost time. Should be fossils in about 5 minutes for us and about 45 seconds for you guys. So this thing right here, it allows me to get extra propulsion like a beaver. I just like flap this thing real hard.
Oh no! Oh no, this is cool, dude.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, we're going down. You ready, Ed?
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
So this fossil right here is the jawbone to an alligator, and that texture right there kind of gives it away. Those are all the tooth sockets. It's a little bit worn down, but that would have been a tooth, all the way down there. In the previous clip, we had this astragalus bone right here to a white-tailed deer. And this one is a camel. Now these belong to the same class of animals, artiodactyls, white-tailed deer on the left, camelid on the right. Now you can see they're way different in size. The camels we had here were massive, probably slightly terrifying creatures. So these relatively common bones are called osteoderms to an alligator. Now osteoderm means bony skin, and if we zoom in on that gator that we saw earlier, these little ridges right here, that's the center part to the osteoderm, so that part right there. Now these things work both as body armor as well as helping it to absorb heat from the sun, so many little solar panels under the skin. any fossil from this animal here gets me so excited. This is a molar to a giant beaver. Now these beavers were as large as a small black bear, my friends. They could be like 275 pounds, 7 feet long. And an interesting thing to think about these is that they did not really chew wood and make beaver dams. They mostly ate aquatic vegetation on the bottom of rivers, just like this one. This is a good condition little tapir molar here. Kind of worn down, but the enamel's in great condition, and we even have that nice root. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with what tapirs are, many of these things still exist, though this species is extinct. And they are closer related to like rhinos and horses than pigs, but they're often described as being pig-like. I just wanted to get you guys a nice close-up of this horse tooth here. You can see the internal structure because a little fragment broke off with the little enamel lines there. And this here is the chewing surface. This is how the horse would grind down its food right there. Now, this isn't a three-toed horse like we find in other sites. This is the modern Equus genus horse. This big, well-preserved bone is the calcaneus to a horse, the same genus of horse as that tooth earlier and that large tibia bone that we got. So it definitely makes me wonder if there was just a horse skeleton down here that just got all mixed around and we're finding little isolated pieces here and there. This really nice condition bone here is one of the metapodials to a tapir, and it's actually in humans would be these bones here or the bones in like the middle of the foot, but on tapirs it's part of the leg. I actually really like the tiny bones that we find in sites like this as well. This is one of the wing bones called a carpometacarpus to a small bird. Now, because the bird has to fly, this bone is super fragile, completely hollow, and weighs almost nothing. It's incredible that something like this could preserve and stay on the bottom of the river in nice condition like that. All right, so two bones that need an explanation here. This one is the scapula. Oh, listen to that thunder. That is a scapula to a turtle right there. So this bone would have been inside the shell. Now this other bone here, this is one of the metapodials to a tapir. And if you look closely, that right there is a bite mark, or very, very possibly a bite mark. Could be an alligator grabbed it by the leg when it was drinking some water back 10,000 plus years ago. This shark tooth might be small, but it is incredibly rare to find. This is a snaggletooth shark tooth, or type of weasel shark, called Hemipristis curvatus. Now we find Hemipristis shark teeth all the time in Miocene age sites, but this is an Eocene age shark tooth that comes from the limestone in the bottom of the river. You do not see these teeth every day. Look at the crazy roots on this tapir tooth. Now when I first saw it, I thought it might be a bear molar, but it turns out that it is not. It is the upper molar to a tapir that's just split in half. Bree scored this nice center metapodial to a tapir here, and that means we have the left, the right, and the center, and we can start putting this guy back together again. Though it's probably not all to the same tapir, you can kind of get an idea for what the leg all together would look like. This one here is a turtle entoplasteron, so it's a part of the shell on the underneath of the turtle. And I like these, they always look like little peace signs, cool symmetry, and it's cool to think about those turtles we saw earlier. This guy that was living back in the Pleistocene with saber cats and mammoths could be a direct ancestor of those turtles we saw in the logs earlier. This interesting little fossil here is actually the canine to a small camel, probably a juvenile, honestly. I don't normally find them this small, but it's still extremely sharp. This tooth right here is enough to completely make my trip, my friends. This is an upper premolar to a jaguar. So most people don't even know that jaguars were alive in Florida at one time, but they were. They were here eating all the peccaries and the tapirs. And Florida was a lot like South America is nowadays, back in the Pleistocene. I am still in shock about this fossil that Bree found. This is the jaw section to a giant beaver here. That is the partial incisor that would have come up this side about that far. That's unbelievable. You're looking at right here the largest Pleistocene rodent that ever existed in North America. You get some good stuff, Ed?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm scared he has some crazy stuff. Oh my, no way, man. That is unbelievable. Oh, wait, it's further away than it looks. Hold on. No way. That is tapir, and it's the maxilla. It's the upper. That's unbelievable, Ed. That would make anybody's day right there. That's gonna look really nice displayed. I'm gonna set this in here. I don't want to set it on the edge on your other pile of goodies. No, man. It's a sloth claw, guys. It's just missing that end right there. I believe that's Paramylodon. It looks like there's a storm moving in right now, so if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. We're gonna get off this river now. Let me know down in the comments below if you wanna see more videos like this of scuba diving and then teaching you guys what the fossils that we find are. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.